So where are we sparrowing to? Down the road?
Yeah. You're asking that tells me that I'm probably sitting here fighting grossly overleveled things by myself. Right. Warmind. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Sure.
Sure really helps sell it. That's a stop on your head moment.
Life is a delicate thing. Hope, faith, love.
Oh.
In an instant, they're gone. Everything you've sworn to protect is lost. And all you're left with is silence and shadow. And the knowledge that you should have done more. Could we have defeated Gaul if the Traveler hadn't spoken?
Are there still humans alive
or the next?
On
what then?
Whatever planet we're on?
Last city.
What planet are we on, anyway?
I think so. I think like the tower's above the last city and there's like people down there, right?
Our universe is a beautiful.
Okay, and that's legit Earth?
Where I once saw miracles.
Yeah.
Actually Earth? Okay.
Okay.
And there's humans, and then there's also guardians of various, three various types. Human, awoken, and robot.
Exo. How many years have you been playing this game?
3 or 4, I don't know.
You know, it's one
I
of
don't
those
hold myself at fault for not knowing anything. I hold the game creator at fault for not teaching me everything I should know.
Fair, because I'll be honest, I don't fully know.
That's the rule.
And I've been playing this as long as you.
But I'm not good with rules. Not when there's this much at stake.
It's, you know, like, my best friend and I play Overwatch together all the time, and he's always complaining that, like, all of the lore of Overwatch is not within the game. All of the lore of Overwatch is within, like, comics and, like backstories that they post online. And they, like, these characters have all these cool relationships and stories that you would never know from playing the game, you know?
Along with something far more terrifying.
God, her haircut is awesome.
think I should go for something like that. Fresh
I love bobs.
I've never actually in my entire life had my hair shorter than like a few inches below my shoulders.
Damn.
I know. I tried briefly in middle school to get the Rachel haircut from Friends. It did not go well because my hair is very thick, so it just kind of went out, like, like you know that character in Dilbert, like the woman whose hair is just like a triangle.
Yeah.
That's what I wound up with instead of like Rachel from Friends. It was just, it was terrible. It took so long to grow back out. So, no bob. Like, if I got a bob, it would turn straight into, like a Bob Ross fro. That's all I can imagine.
Nice. Perfect. At least it's out of your face.
Yeah, there is that, but I could also just not look like Bob Ross and pull it back.
Yeah. Could do that. A lot of choices.
Hey, look, we're going somewhere.
I really appreciate that my ship looks like the colors that the shaders indicate while it's in orbit now. That's cool.
That is helpful.
We'll see if it still holds up. Yeah. Before, the ship used to like just be green or whatever the background color was.
Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, my ship is not as
Made
cool
me a little bit sad.
My ship is not as cool as it could be because I do not have the, like, 15,000 glimmer required to apply a shader to it.
Hmm. Ooh. Should I upgrade my, Are we gonna be fighting Cabals?
Well, I always thought the Warmind stuff in Destiny 1 was always very, like, Hive and Fallen-y. But they were just talking about Gaul, so potentially.
Okay. Cool.
Probably not Vex, because we just had all the Vex, so...
Did Vex on Mercury? Is that where we were?
No, we're going to Mars.
Where
Oh,
did
so
we
it's gotta
play
be
the...
Cabal. Oh, on Mercury, yeah. The
Yeah.
Trials was on Mercury. Now we're going to Mars, so I'm assuming it'll be Cabalorific.
The Red War is over, but Gaul's forces, what remains of them, have been scavenging during their retreat. And now that warsats are falling out of orbit near Mars, the Cabal are headed there too. I'll plot a landing course. That's the private Vanguard channel.
Reading, do you copy? Vanguard access code 030. Get away from my ghost, you frozen. Guardian requesting backup. I repeat, I need backup down here.
This frequency is reserved for official Vanguard business. So look, whoever this is...
That's cute. You've got one of the uptight ghosts.
Tight.
I'm uploading coordinates to a safe landing zone. Please hurry.
All right, but you're going to owe us for this one.
I wouldn't have called you down here unless it was absolutely critical. The most dangerous weapon in this system is on this planet. And the entire army of Hive is trying to destroy it. I need your help.
Ooh, Hive and Cabal.
That dialogue made me think of some dialogue from fuck. I had something for this. I had a box set.
Touchdown on the surface of Mars, Guardian.
I
What's your
had
status? Are you safe?
For now. But there's a whole lot of not safe between us
Oh
and
yeah,
Clovis
Die
Point
Hard.
facility.
Die Hard, that
What's so important?
Die Hard
there?
took you that long
Yes.
to get to Die Hard?
Like the one that almost
Sorry,
killed you on
yeah,
approach,
so
and been
when,
dropping out of the sky since I got here. Which usually
She was
means only
complaining
one
about
thing.
this frequency is reserved for it. Made
The
me
greatest weapon
think
the
of the
Golden you
scene
were
where
talking about. But
McLean was calling for help on the top of Nakatomi
It's
Tower,
impossible where Rasputin
getting
is
yelled
concerned.
at by the
Meet me at the facility.
bored dispatcher at the cops.
You know, back in the terrible old days of technology, for some reason, there was something wrong with my landline when I was, like, in middle school. And we would, like, I would be talking to my friends, because, you know, middle school, and suddenly we would get patched in with, like, truck drivers going by, like their CB radios would bleed in through our telephone line. It was the weirdest thing. We would also pick up our
Wow.
neighbors all the time. But so I'd be
On
like,
your phone?
yeah, like an old corded
Awesome.
phone. No, terrible. I'm amazed I was not like molested, because I would be like, I was like a 13-year-old girl talking to another 13-year-old girl, and suddenly there would be these like dudes, these grown-ass like dudes online, like, hey ladies, like, they were treating like it was a fucking party chat line. I was like, I'm a child in my bedroom.
Nice.
Thankfully, I was too scared to interact with them at that age, because I was a really awkward teenager, so I was not like, sure boys, come pick me up. So I was just like, here's creepy dudes.
I've
Nice.
seen Hive like this before.
It was fucking
As far as I
weird.
know, they don't exist anywhere but here.
And yeah, we would patch in with our neighbors all the time, or like, I had my own phone line and my parents had their own phone line, and like sometimes they would like bleed over. It was just like all these
Weird.
weird little quirks of technology that aren't a thing anymore, you know?
Yeah, they probably... yeah. Sounds like ground loop problems.
Yeah, because think about it, like, that's... You've never heard about that with a cell phone, right?
No, but I used to intercept the neighbors in Atlanta, their cordless phone calls on my cordless phone, so got to hear all sorts of drama and love triangles for those two guys and all of their unnamed partners that were coming over. And that was fun.
Yeah, it's just like, weird technology out there.
Oh, look at all the orbs.
Yes. Oh! Gross, huh?
There's a lot of ways to do stuff.
Not a great idea. Zavala won't be happy about us
You
digging
could
around
choose
Bray.
that way,
He wants the past to stay buried. But we need to get in there to
or
find out what's
you
going
could
on with
choose a different way.
I mean, my way.
Yep.
My way was...
Certainly exciting. It was fun
Yeah.
for me.
What's
I
that?
appreciated it.
I got to study folks and that going for you.
Yep.
I'm using this new auto rifle, the name of which I've already forgotten. Loading screen. Solemn Hymn. I picked up last time we played, and it's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
pretty good.
You got that yesterday.
Yeah.
You like it?
I do. I do.
What the hell are these guys?
Ew. What? Where? I see weird shit.
Maybe it was just a knight that was shooting me. Oh, that monkey looking, an adherent.
Yeah.
That's what you were killing. That's what looked different.
What are they adhering to?
They had weird sounding guns.
I remember being so confused when I first started playing Destiny, and people kept saying boomers, watch out for the boomer, and the only boomers I knew were playing, like, Left 4 Dead, so I kept looking for some, like, giant chubby dude who was gonna run up and explode on me, because, like, nowhere... And it's funny because it's a weird thing, like Destiny fans all somehow seem to know to call knights boomers, but nothing on screen says boomer. Like, how are you supposed to get to that? Like, you know?
I don't know.
I was so confused because it was like, because I remember it came up when we were like doing Crota, and like someone was like, oh, like watch for the boomer. I'm like, well, I'm like, I don't see the boomer. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to take out.
Ooh, I like the new effect
We're
on
clear. Where to next?
me for arc staff. It looks pretty cool.
Buried inside a glacier.
What's
Where
new
do you
about it?
think?
Is it?
Meet me at the entrance.
I don't know,
to
it just
Spray.
was like swirly electrical little thing. And maybe it was just because I was looking at my Guardian from a different perspective, from third person or something. Just looked cool.
Hey, you made it.
Whoa! Hey, that's fun-ish.
What happened?
They could shoot something that pops you up in the air.
Oh, yeah, you haven't... You must have experienced the purple poppers and the Leviathan, right?
No. No, well, I only did the Leviathan
Yeah.
1.5
That's what
times.
makes the Void Realm so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
Creates a
the one
lot
time
of rage for certain people.
Well, yeah, the one time I did the full raid, I didn't go into the Void Realm, so...
Ah, okay, then you would not have experienced the purple popping or the rage.
Yeah, I know. All that I've missed out on. What are you doing that sometimes you create one orb?
Oh, Masterworks, baby!
Oh.
So
Yeah.
you get a weapon, turn it into Masterwork. One of the perks of Masterwork is multi-kills create a baby orb.
Baby orb.
Yeah, it's not as powerful at regenning your super as an orb you create by using your super.
Right.
But you kill enough stuff, you can get your super. It also invites you to play maybe a little more aggressively since the orbs drop where the double kills occur. So it makes it a little more exciting.
There. I just realized I'm like legitimately under-leveled for this. Because it's saying like recommended power 320 and I think I'm like a solid 310... 306. Great.
Solid 306.
Solid 306. I have things that are dropping at 311, but...
Put them on!
Well, I
oh wait,
have
you
them
probably
on.
can't. Oh,
No, I
do
have
you?
them on, but I'm
Okay.
just saying like my overall is like 306.
I'm here. I'm really here. I can't believe it.
Well, because if you think about it, I just only did the story of Trials, or
Oh yeah,
Osiris.
that's right.
The main access is encrypted. Good
So-
thing I know a few tricks.
You get to carry
At
me.
least that seems to run in the family.
Personnel identified Dr. Anastasia Bray. Welcome to the Clovis Bray Research Facility, the fabled cradle of invention on Mars.
Anastasia Bray.
You are part of an important moment in history. Together, we will strive to reach beyond the stars. Remember, you are Clovis Bray.
So I had a genius moment today. I don't believe in spending a lot of money on purses, wallets, and stuff like that. It gets so much very decent, cheap stuff in the city. So I do that usually. So I got a $10 purse last week. It's great. And then when I was in a thrift store yesterday, I saw a Kate Spade wallet that normally goes for like $200, and they had it for like 10. So of course I got it. Saddest first world problems ever. The wallet was too big for the new purse, so I had to go out and get a new purse today. But here's where I'll screw myself over repeatedly with just shit brain logic. There was the store that I got the $10 purse at is like a solid 10-minute walk away, and I was like,
Give me
I was
something
like,
here.
okay, wait, hold on, where? No. Let's see. The store is like a solid 10-minute walk away, and I was like, well, you know, I don't want to waste so much of my lunch break walking all the way to this place and all the way back, so let me check out like some closer stores. So of course I went to like 4 stores. Took like 30 minutes to go to 4 stores, none of which had what I needed, so then I ended up making the 10-minute walk anyway, but at this point now it had been wandering for 40 minutes. So it was like the world's longest shortcut ever. On the plus
So the
side,
Valkyrie is awesome so far.
which one's Valkyrie?
You pick it up from this glowing thing.
Whoa! I picked it up and then I died horribly. Because I'm very unprepared. Jesus. I need an adult.
Gotta clear some of this shit out of here with traditional means.
Just gotta cash them.
And if we want to like mess around with the Valkyrie.
Yeah. See, the good and bad at SEs, there's no way to shortcut leveling. There's no power leveling, which is good. It keeps people honest. But really the first game along these lines that I played was Borderlands, and you could absolutely power level people because, like, enemies would scale and you would get the EXP to the scale. So what would happen is, like, someone would create a new alt character, and all of us would help them power level it by just, like, taking our highest level characters, jumping into, like, the hardest parts, and they would just be dragged along dying every 2 seconds. It was like a miserable playing experience for them, but they would eventually, you know, kind of level up. So, like, I spent many a time trying to level a character by just, like, sitting in a corner. Just sit there, don't do anything. We'll kill, it'll be fine.
Nice.
Ran into a problem along those lines with The Division. I put a fair amount of time into The Division when it first came out, because I really wanted to love that game, but damn if that game wasn't broken beyond repair.
Hello,
So I had a mostly leveled character. It wasn't like the highest level, but it was like, you know, it had done all the storyline and everything. And then my best friend got the game, and he put maybe like 10 to 15 hours into it before he started bugging me to play it with him and help him. Because it's not an easy game to play by yourself. Now, the problem was, if I went in with my high-level character, I would just scale everything up to me, and he would have a miserable time just, like, trailing behind dying while I killed everything.
Isn't that what Guardians are supposed to do?
Or...
I remember that about Borderlands. Yep.
Yeah. But this was in The Division, and so, like, I would either stuff would get scaled up to my high character, or he was bugging me to start a low-level character, but then I was now a level 1, and he was like a level 10, so I was getting massacred. He's like, well, can't you just, like, play on your own and catch up, and then, like, we could play together? I was like, no. I already played the game once, and I didn't really like it the first time, so...
That might be true.
So he never finished The Division, basically.
He has nothing to say. Maybe.
Well, it was hard.
Excellent.
That was honestly what drove, because I had, like, you know, like a bunch of folks that we used to play with, we were all playing The Division at the same time, and it was like, God forbid, one person log on one night when the rest of us weren't playing and play, they would get too far ahead of us, and the scaling would just fuck everything up, you know?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, like, the same
Super
friend...
fun.
Yeah. The same friend started playing Destiny for a bit, and I was able to hop in with him, and just what I would just do is I would hang back, I would help him if he was in trouble, because I could steamroll, because he was doing, like, you know, the first stories, you know, and I could, like, steamroll everything. That's not fun for him, though, so I would just, like, hang back, but at least the enemies would stay to his level, you know, so Destiny really does make it easy for you to hop in with your friends at any point.
Right.
When I die, is, like, my life just going to be a review of all the time I spent on video game loading screens? It's gonna be like the universe's way of being like, look, here's where you had so many missed opportunities in your life, all the time you spent staring at blank screens waiting to go shoot aliens in the face. Like,
Awesome.
Transmissions about a new fragment of the Traveler then split it off during Gaul's assault.
like, what if I'm sitting there on Judgment Day, and they, like, loop together hours and hours of me staring at the screen, and they're like, if you had not been doing this, you would have been, like, you would have been the one who cured cancer. Never mind the fact that you don't know shit about science and math or medicine. This video game screen was the thing stopping you from curing cancer. Man, I'm definitely a genius, because I definitely did not just run like half a mile when I could have taken the Sparrow.
They're jamming me.
Cancer cure, damn it.
Are they after the fragment?
So where are we sparrowing to? Down the road?
Yeah. You're asking that tells me that I'm probably sitting here fighting grossly over-leveled things by myself. I can't even see what their levels are. It's just like, it's the red, angry, you shouldn't be here symbol.
Alright.
I mean, for the record, I'm holding my own. Just.
Yep. Crushing it.
Well, the one thing I will give Destiny is, like, the things don't become bullet spongy. Like, I can still take down over-leveled enemies, it's just that they hurt me so very much.
Yep.
Like, at least I'm not just sitting here like, oh, I'm gonna unload a clip and it won't even touch them. Like, you know, my guns damage them, but their guns damage me.
So I assume we have to do all this nonsense, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear out the blight.
You had me going for a moment there. I was like, oh no, maybe we don't.
I don't know, I just wanted to be sure.
No, fair.
Just a reality check.
Yeah, our reality is we live here now.
Some yahoos up there that we need to kill. Oh, you dirty. He threw his little face shield up onto that guy that I was shooting.
Ow. So, my friend sent me an article today. I didn't read the article at all, but I immediately sent it to every single person I knew. I'm not kidding. Like, if you look at my outgoing text message box right now, it's all just this one article. I'm gonna read you the headline, and that's all I care to know about it, okay? The headline is, she was told her perpetually runny nose was from allergies. It was a brain fluid leak.
Gotta get that checked out.
Enjoy that. Enjoy every runny nose you get from here on out. I put it into every group chat I was in. I emailed it to every coworker I have. I texted it to everyone I've been in contact with anytime recently. The world has to know.
I've got a lock. The fragment is nearby, but the readings are inconsistent.
I wonder why her brain was leaking out of her nose hole.
Yeah, the thing is, the article probably explains that, but I don't want to read it, because that's completely upsetting and gross on so many levels. And the worst part is, like, all the friends who I sent it to are reading it, and they're, like, commenting on specific parts. Like, no, I don't want to know. I just wanted to share the headline. I don't want to know any more than that. It will give me nightmares. I will never be a whole person again if I know more about this situation.
Zavala, Assuming this fragment
I
base
can imagine
works,
it's
how do you
better to
expect
have it
take down
like
Cell without
gradually
rescue?
leak out of your nose than like out of your ears from head trauma or something, right?
Oh, yeah, in the in the pantheon of best ways to leak brain fluid, I suppose a slow trickle through the nose.
Bastard.
Ah! I wondered if that would explode, and then I stood right on top of it as I shot it.
The barrel. Nice.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
These things
Gotta learn by doing.
Yeah, it's, you know. That's how you approach things,
I chose to explode the barrel when Taken was standing next to it to see what happened.
Yeah,
But
I mean, that's...
you do you.
I think they are both valid options.
Taken have projected some kind of shield around the fragment.
What?
Damn it, Taken.
I'm gonna scan the hell out of this thing.
I don't think we can get through.
There might still be a warsat left in Earth's orbit. Let me see if I can adjust its trajectory.
We've got incoming.
Stay where you are. I'm using your position to lock on with the warsat.
Probably shouldn't explode all its barrels.
Understood.
Oh, that is a terrible time for that to run out. It is great that they've made the Blade Dancer so much more viable, because I just remember before the Void Hunter came about, I made a Blade Dancer in Destiny 1, and nobody ever wanted to see one of those fuckers pop out in a raid. They were like, oh, someone brought a fucking hunter.
Blade Dancer.
Because you could always trust the Blade
jerk.
Dancer. Well, you could always trust the Blade Dancer in the raid to, like, run into the middle of a pack of enemies and die horribly. Like, without fail, every time. Yeah?
Yep. Who's shooting purple orbs at me? That guy is...
Giant angry guy that just murdered me. Him.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy. I try and snarple up your orbs here.
Orb snarfler.
Let's see, is that... Yeah, that's...
Yeah, that guy is angry.
Yep.
They're bitter. I should
Who's
say
next?
he's
Who's
bitter.
next to me?
Ah! Thank you.
Warsat armed and in position. Requesting orbital support.
Maybe
That
I'll
hurt
stand by
a
that.
little bit.
Mild thumping.
How did you get it to fire?
I asked him. Rasputin was created to help humanity. He listens to me.
This time, the Warmind listened. But are you ready to shoulder the burden the day it doesn't?